I am going to discuss about particle in one-dimensional potential box. Particle in one-dimensional potential box. Actually, the potential box is like this. This is potential box. So these are the walls. These are the walls, but potential box. So from here to here, this is only x is equal to 0 starting limits. This is x is equal to L. What is this width? From this point to this point, this width is capital L. This width is capital L. We are showing along one dimensional. So this is x. Particle in one dimensional potential box. That is the title. So we will study only along x direction. We will not study about y and z, xy direction. We have no syllabus in three-dimensional potential box. So particle in one-dimensional potential box. Inside the potential box, let us take a particle. Let m is the mass of the particle. The particle is moving with a certain velocity v, and it is incident on the wall. It has four walls, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the particle incident between these fourth walls of the potential box. Fourth between the walls. So incident on the wall and bouncing back without losing any energy. So the total energy inside the box is constant. The potential energy of a particle, is 0. So inside the potential box, the potential energy V of x is equal to 0. You see here, V of x is equal to 0. What I am saying, let us consider a particle or potential, one-dimensional potential box. Let small m is the mass of the particle. The particle is moving with velocity v. It is incident on the walls, fourth walls of the potential box, bouncing back without losing any energy. So inside the potential box, the total energy remains constant, and the potential energy of the particle inside, that is 0. That is 0. You can see clearly here. Consider a particle of mass m moving inside a box along the x direction. Let the width of the box is L. So width of the box is L. The particle is bouncing back and forth between the walls of the box. The walls are perfectly rigid at x is equal to 0 and at x is equal to L. The particle will not lose any energy in collision with such walls. Hence, its total energy remains constant. Inside the box, the potential energy of a particle is 0. So in your own words, you can write, let us consider a one-dimensional potential box. So m is the mass of the particle. The particle is moving with certain velocity v. It is incident on the walls and bouncing back without losing any energy. So inside the box, the total energy is constant. The potential energy of a particle is 0. You can see that is v of x is equal to 0 for the limits 0 to L. So x is equal to, this is 0. So we can write 0 less than, it is also equal. X is less than or equal to L. So limits 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to capital L. The one-dimensional time-independent Schrodinger wave equation. So we calculated Schrodinger time-independent wave equation for three-dimensional. What is that three-dimensional Schrodinger wave equation? Del square psi plus 2m by h bar square into e minus v minus v of psi is equal to 0. But here this potential v of x, this is three-dimensional. Del square psi means dou square psi by dou x square plus dou square psi by dou y square plus dou square psi by dou z square. That is three-dimensional. But here only along one direction, one-dimensional. So we are taking only dou square psi by dou x square at the place of del square psi, dou square psi by dou x square, remaining same, 2m by h bar square into, so remaining this is 2m by h bar square into e minus, what is v of x? V of x is 0, psi is equal to 0. So e minus 0, e, we get this equation. Dou square psi by dou x square plus 2m by h bar square e psi is equal to 0. 0. Let this 2m e is equal to k square, where k is the propagation constant, that is 2 pi by lambda, you know very well. But here 2me by h bar square is equal, let that is k square. So substituting at the place of this 2me by h bar square, just substitute k square, we get equation number 2. You observe clearly what I am saying here. This 2me by h bar square is equal to k square. Just to substitute, we get equation number 2. The general solution of above equation 2 is given by psi of x. Psi of x is equal to, you remember this is solution, sine of a sine kx plus b cos kx. This is equation number 3. The general solution of equation 2, psi of x is equal to a sine kx plus b cos kx. You see here, this is constant a, k, b. A, k, b are the unknown quantities. A is the incident amplitude, b is the reflection amplitude. You see here, so it is incident on the wall. So capital A is the incident amplitude. It reflects back. It reflects back with amplitude b. Amplitude b. So what I am saying here, you see clearly. So A is the incident amplitude. B is the reflection amplitude. To calculate these unknown quantities, A, K, B are the unknown quantities. To know or to calculate A, K, B unknown quantities, we should take boundary conditions. We should take boundary conditions. So A, K, B are the unknown quantities. To calculate these unknown quantities, we should take boundary conditions. Boundary conditions. To calculate these unknown quantities, boundary conditions can be used. That boundary conditions are so this is the simple one-dimensional potential box. This is x is equal to 0. This is x is equal to L. So you see, first boundary condition, first x is equal to 0. Secondary boundary condition, x is equal to L. X is equal to 0. X is equal to L. Remaining, so wave function psi of x or psi is equal to 0. Mod psi square is equal to 0. This is the wave function. Wave function, this is the probability of finding the function or probability density. Why psi is equal to 0, we get psi, mod psi square is equal to 0. Mod psi square, we can write psi star. So in this psi is equal to 0. 0 into psi star, we get 0. So this mod psi square is equal to 0. 0. So both are same. Psi is equal to 0. Mod psi square is equal to 0. Remember, two boundary conditions. To calculate unknown quantities, we should take boundary conditions. The first boundary condition, x is equal to 0. The wave function psi is equal to 0. Probability density mod psi square is equal to 0. Second boundary condition, x is equal to L. Wave function psi is equal to 0. Mod psi square is equal to 0. So applying the first boundary condition, in equation 3. What is equation 3? Psi of x is equal to a sine kx plus b cos kx. This is the equation number 3. You know very well. Equation number 3. So psi of x is equal to, you see clearly here, this is equation number 3. The general solution of this equation 2 is psi of x is equal to a sine kx plus b cos kx. Substituting first boundary condition at the place of psi, this is 0. A sin k x 0, b cos k into 0. So here a sin 0 plus b cos 0. So sin 0 0, 0 into something 0, b into cos 0, this is 1. So b is equal to 0. You can see here b is equal to 0. We calculated b is equal to value 0. Substituting b is equal to 0 in equation 3. So at the place of b, just substitute 0. So 0 into something, this is 0. Remaining, this psi of x is equal to a sin kx. A sin kx. Here just substituting this value, we get psi of x is equal to a sin kx. What is equation 3? Psi of x is equal to a sin kx plus b cos kx. So this is 0. Remaining psi of x is equal to a sin kx. This is equation number 4. Equation number 4. Second one, applying the second boundary condition in equation 4. Applying the second boundary condition in equation 4. What is equation 4? Psi of x is equal to a sin kx is the equation number 4. Second boundary condition, x is equal to L, psi is equal to 0. Just substituting here 0. A sin k, at the place of x, we should substitute L value. L value. So from this relation, we can write a sin kl is equal to 0. Either a is equal to 0 or sin kl is equal to 0. But a is the constant, it is not equal to 0. A is not equal to 0. But sin kl is equal to 0. What about this sin kl is equal to 0? Kl is equal to n pi. Kl is equal to n pi. K is equal to n pi by L. So taking both sides square, k square is equal to n square pi square by L square. That is equation number 5. Equation number 5. Now substituting this k is equal to n pi by L in equation 4. In equation 4, psi of x is equal to a sin at the place of k n pi by L into x as it is, or psi n of x is equal to a sin n pi by L into x. If n is equal to 0, here n we should take 1, 2, 3 and so on, integer. But we cannot take n is equal to 0. N is equal to 0. So if n is equal to 0, psi n of x becomes 0. Psi n of x means psi 1, psi 2, psi 3 and so on. Psi 1 of x, psi 2 of x, psi 3 of x and so on becomes 0. Is not acceptable. If n is equal to 0, from this, therefore n is equal to 0 excluded, and n takes values 1, 2, 3 and so on. So psi n of x is equal to a sin n pi by L into x. At the place of n, we can take integers 1, 2, 3 and so on. And if n is equal to 0, psi n of x becomes 0. But we cannot take n is equal to 0. 0. Right. So we have calculated, we have a, k and b, unknown quantities. In these unknown quantities, we have calculated b value, b is equal to 0. K value calculated n pi by L. But we cannot calculate a value. Now we are going to calculate that a value. To calculate the a value, capital A value, it must be considered the normalization condition. We should take the normalization condition. What is the normalization condition? The probability of finding the particle in one dimensional potential box is equal to unity. You see, definition you should remember here. So from this to here, this is the definition. The probability of finding the particle in one dimensional potential box is equal to unity. That is the normalization condition. In our properties of physical significance of wave function and properties of wave function, I wrote this normalization condition, triple integral of minus infinity to plus infinity mod psi square dx dy dz is equal to 1. But here one dimensional potential box limits x is equal to 0, x is equal to L. So only one dimensional, we should take limits from 0 to L because it is 0 to L. 0 to L mod psi of x square only dx because one dimensional. So this is the normalization condition for one dimensional potential box. The probability of finding the particle in one dimensional potential box is equal to unity. That is integral limits from 0 to L mod psi of x square dx is equal to 1. Dx is equal to 1. So what is psi of x? Psi of x is equal to, you can see here, a sine n pi by L. A sine n pi by L. Substituting that psi of x value, you can see here, this is the psi of x value, whole square dx is equal to 1 as it is. So this is a square sine square n pi by L into x dx is equal to 1. But you know very well sine square mathematical formula, trigonometric formula, sine square x is equal to 1 minus cos 2x all divided by 2. For here sine square n pi by L into x 1 minus cos 2n pi by L into x all divided by 2. This is the formula. I am substituting as it is here, you can observe. So this is a square constant. I am writing as it is here. So for sine square n pi by L into x dx is equal to 1. For this formula, I am writing here 1 minus cos 2n pi by L into x all divided by 2 dx is equal to 1. So a square by 2. This is a square by 2. This is integral 0 to L 1 dx remaining integral 0 to L cos 2n pi by L into x dx. This is equation number 1. So here this is a square by 2 as it is. Integral of 1 dx, it is x, limits from 0 to L. Here integral of cos, that is sine 2n pi by L all divided by 2n pi by L. You can see clearly here. So this is x 0 to L sine 2n pi by L into x by 2n pi by L 0 to L limits, that is equal to 1. That is equal to 1. Right. So here this is as it is a square by 2. This is as it is here. This is also as it is. I am substituting here, but this is L into 2n pi remaining sine 2n pi by L into x limits from 0 to L. This is equal to 1. So this is a square by 2. Substituting the limits, upper limit L minus lower limit 0 as it is minus, this is as it is. So substituting upper limit sine 2n pi by L at the place of x, this is L. So this L all divided by L gets cancelled, minus lower limit sine 2n pi by L into at the place of x 0 is equal to 1. So this is 2n pi by L into 0, 0. This is sine 0. This is 0. So LL gets cancelled. Sine 2n pi also 0. Therefore, this is L minus 0 L as it is minus L by 2n pi as it is. This is 0 minus 0. 0 minus 0, this is 0. 0 into L by 2n pi, this is 0. 0. A square by 2 L minus 0. So a square by 2 into L is equal to 1. A square is equal to, this is 2 by L. A is equal to root of 2 by L. Now substituting this A value, A is equal to root 2 by L in equation 6. What is equation 6? Psi of x is equal to A sine n pi by L into x. This is the equation 6. So substituting at the place of A, this is psi of x as it is. This is root 2 by L, remaining same, sine n pi by L into x. So this is the sine psi of x or psi n of x is equal to root 2 by L sine n pi by L into x. This equation is known as normalized wave function of the particle in one-dimensional potential box. Normalized wave function, psi n of x, normalized wave function. So energy values of particle in a box or eigenvalues of energy. Eigenvalues of energy. To calculate the energy values, you see on the screen clearly, we should take equation 1 and 5. Equation 1 and 5. So we should take equation 1 and 5. That is equation 1. This is k square is equal to 2me by h bar square. So from equation 5, already we discussed k square is equal to n square pi square by L square. This is equation 5. Equation 1 and equation 5, left side both are same. So right side 2me by h bar square is equal to n square pi square by L square. From this relation, E is equal to this n square pi square as it is, this h square by 2m into L square. This is energy. E is equal to n square pi square by h bar square by 2m L square. So I am writing as it is. This is here. You see, E is equal to n square pi square h bar square by 2m L square. So here n square pi square by 2m L square. So h bar square. H bar is equal to h by 2 pi. This is called reduced Planck's constant. Squaring both sides. H square is equal to h square. H bar square is equal to h square by 4 pi square. Substituting here h square by 4 pi square. So pi square gets cancelled. So n square h square by 4 2 ja 8 ml square. So we get this equation. E is equal to n square h square by 8 ml square, or En is equal to n square h square 8 ml square. This equation is known as eigenvalue of energy. Eigenvalue of energy, where n is equal to 1, 2, 3, and so on. You can also observe up to here, n is equal to 1, 2, 3, and so on. Each value of En is called eigenvalue of energy, and corresponding wave function psi n is called eigenfunction. Thus, inside the box, the particle can only have the discrete energy levels. You see here, if n is equal to 1, E1, n is equal to 2, E2, n is equal to 3, E3, and so on. These are the discrete energy levels, E1, E2, E3. Discrete energy levels, but one energy level is equal and opposite to each other. At the final, it gets 0. So inside the particle potential box, it has constant value. The energies of particle in a box are quantized. The energies of a particle inside the potential box are quantized. Up to here, very, very important, quantized. So what I am saying, each value of En is called an eigenvalue and the corresponding wave function psi n is called eigenfunction. Thus, inside the potential box, the particle can only have the discrete energy levels or discrete energy values E1, E2, E3, and so on. That is, the energies of a particle in a box are quantized. Quantized. So you take here, according to the classical physics or classical mechanics, the energy spectrum is continuous for a particle in a box. The lowest energy, if n is equal to 1, if n is equal to 1, this is called ground state energy. You remember, ground state energy or 0 point energy. 0 point energy. If n is equal to 2, first excited state energy. If n is equal to 3, second excited state energy. You remember, if n is equal to 1, 0 point energy or ground state energy. You can see here. So the lowest energy of the particle is obtained by n is equal to 1. Therefore, E1 is equal to n square. You know very well, En is equal to n square h square by 8 ml square. N is equal to 1. So 1 square h square by 8 ml square. So this is h square by 8 ml square. This energy is known as 0 point energy or ground state energy. If n is equal to 2, just to substitute n is equal to 2, so En is equal to n square h square by 8 ml square. So this is E2, this is 2 square h square by 8 ml square. So 2 square, this is 4 h square by 8 ml square. H square by 8 ml square, that is E1. You can see here E1. So E2 is equal to 4 E1. Similarly, n is equal to 3, the second excited state energy. So this is 3 square 9 h square by 8 ml square. This is E2. This is E1. So 9 E1. E3 is equal to 9 E1. The first three energy levels, E1, E2, E3, and their corresponding wave function psi 1, psi 2, psi 3, and the probability densities mod psi 1 square, mod psi 2 square, mod psi 3 square. You can observe in this figure. So we are taking here only one wave, here one wave. So if n is equal to 1, we get only one wave. If n is equal to 2, we get two waves. You can observe here. This is n is equal to 2. It has one positive, one negative wave. Here also it has two positive waves because this is magnitude. If n is equal to 2, we observe two waves. If n is equal to 3, we observe three waves. Magnitude, all are positive. You see, same figures. According to the figures, the probability of finding the particle in lowest mode. So in lowest mode means n is equal to 1. N is equal to 1 is called ground state. Is maximum at x is equal to L by 2. So from here to here, L by 2, this is center. This is n is equal to 1. If n is equal to 1, at x is equal to L by 2, the value is maximum. Here maximum. For the first 1 second. So this is n is equal to 1 ground state. The lowest mode is maximum. This is the maximum at x is equal to L by 2. However, for the first excited mode, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 2 means this is n is equal to 2. This is also n is equal to 2. N is equal to 2. At x is equal to L by 2, this is 0. X is equal to L by 4, this is maximum value, or it increases 0 to maximum value. At x is equal to 3L by 2, it is also maximum value. Maximum value. You can see if n is equal to 2, the probability at the same point means x is equal to L by 2, 0. 0. And is maximum at x is equal to L by 4, at L by 4, and 3L by 4 also. It is also clear that the oscillations in the wave function increases with n value. N value increases, the number of waves also increases. You can observe clearly. Hence, for n gets infinity, the probability of finding the particle at any value of the x lying between 0 and L is almost same. This result is according to the classical mechanics. Thus, the quantum mechanics merges with the classical mechanics at large values of n. This is the particle in one-dimensional potential box.